Hey guys, it's Wes Stearns. Just a public service. Please, if you're able to go give blood in these times, go donate blood. I want to give you an update on the market so far this year, and it's very, very interesting. I did the analysis the other day. I want to share with you some of the points. This year so far, January through March, the numbers of sales in the 4 counties I analyzed was right on target to where it was last year. The average sales price, though, has gone up about 5 to 10%. So Arlington, the first 3 months, had 576 sales. Last year, 521. This first quarter, the sales price averaged 593 up to 624,000. Similar numbers with Fairfax, from 2,900 to just over 2,900 again. The price went from 510 on average to 551, and similar stats in Prince William County as well, and Stafford. Since the quarantine, though, that occurred on March 17th, what's going to happen to our market? It's very strange right now. Some people are still showing houses, and I'm going to show you another video or talk about what the title companies are doing, the mortgage lenders, and us as realtors. We're able to show houses, but please make sure you follow this video afterward, and I'll show you the differences as far as what we're doing in the marketplace to help sellers and buyers continue to take advantage of these interest rates. But since I'm sure next month we're going to see a drop in the number of sales. Right now, probably for showings, they're down at least about to 20% of where they normally would be. So I have some houses on the market that typically would have 10 showings a week. Maybe we'll get 1 or 2 a week if we're lucky. So we'll see what happens in the next month. What's very interesting with the interest rates, the Fed was getting involved. Back on March, the first week of March, the rates dropped to 3.29%. Then all of a sudden the Fed made an announcement and the rates went way over 4%. Without getting into too much detail, the mortgage lenders that week before the Fed made their announcement, they had already made the adjustment for the interest rates. Then all of a sudden they had a surge of refinances in the hopper, but it created a problem. So when you go to lock your interest rate with the lender, they will lock your rate in and then they will short sell the market. Well, when the Fed bought back $186 billion in mortgage-backed securities, it totally, the lenders had got called out on the margins, and they had to come up with the money because they had bet, shorted the market. So all of a sudden they had to pay. They lost a lot of money, and then that got rid of their liquidity. They didn't have enough in reserves to fund more loans, and all of a sudden anyone that had less than a 680 credit score with a VA or FHA mortgage, they couldn't get a loan unless they had previously locked. So the government came in and undid some of those purchases in those mortgage-backed securities. It gets a little complicated. The nice thing is, I've read a few, about 80% of the analysts, are forecasting that the rates will probably go back down to around 3% in June. That's not a guarantee. That just shows the trends and what's going on in the financial place. As you've seen, every day the market's up or down, but plan for lower interest rates. The other interesting thing, and this is really, I was very surprised by this, is the number of houses we have on the market. Do you know right now in April, in every one of these counties, we have half the number of houses on the market this year as we did last year. For example, Arlington, just yesterday, has 360 houses on the market. Last year they had 750. Fairfax County, 2,100 homes on the market. Last year, just over 5,000. Prince William County has 911 houses on the market. Last year, this time, 2,400. And then Stafford, 521, down from 1,138 homes in April that are on the market right now. So what that tells me is a lot of folks are not putting their house on the market. They don't want to show their homes, and they're waiting, which is interesting because the rates are low. If you're a buyer and you're comfortable, and I have mixed emotions about this, I want to see homes continue to sell, but I also want this virus to go down so people to stay put. So it's a tough position to be in because as agents, we're able to continue to operate cautiously per the governor's order. What's going to happen? What's going to happen with these numbers? Well, if the interest rates go down in May and June to where we think they're going to go, there's going to be more inventory coming out. But I think a lot of folks are just dying to get out of the house and go make these purchases. And they're looking at houses on a lot of the Matterport 360 tours. I've actually shown quite a few houses with my phone, with the client on the phone. I've bought a home before by doing it. I don't like doing that, but that's becoming popular. But our market, again, real estate's regional. So the unfortunate thing, the unemployment, as we know, is going down drastically. This area, Northern Virginia, DC, we're very heavily employed with the federal government, and that's a good thing. I wouldn't say we're recession proof, but we're pretty solid. So unfortunately, we do have a lot of the restaurants and hotels and wage earners, they're going to be affected by this. But a good percentage of our buyers and sellers are federally, tied up with the federal government, excuse me. So our unemployment in December was 2.4%, then 3% in January. We'll see where the numbers go, but I think we're going to be in a lot better shape than the rest of the country. And so as the supply comes, we certainly are going to have the demand because of the high employment. So I think overall, our spring market is going to become a summer market. And we've not had a crazy summer market. It's coming. Again, people are going to have the jobs, low interest rates, and we're going to get a lot more inventory. I love your comments, and as I said, please watch the next video to talk about the differences in how we're showing houses with this virus. Good luck to you. I hope everyone stays healthy. Thank you.